Welcome back to the next episode of the Patriots Dynasty series, and today is week one against the Denver Broncos. But before we get into that, we have a couple things we need to get into, and the first one is a camp standout. Every year there's players who ball in the preseason that don't end up doing anything once the actual season starts. I think you're different, but it's time to prove it. And I believe this is Marte Mapu. Yeah, it is. And, do we get something for that? Get two combined sacks and tackles for loss with outside linebacker Marte Mapu against the Broncos to continue his breakout. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that. He just doesn't see the field a lot. Day this week and a fresh start for every team around the league, and you'll be facing the Broncos. What's the key to victory? Honestly, I need to see our offense come out and put up points. That's something we struggled with very, very badly, and I'm going to hope we do it through the run. We have three good running backs, rush for 150 yards. I think we could do that. Obviously, we have Ramondre Stevenson, we have Tyler Algier, we have Antonio Gibson. We have a lot of different people on that offensive, in the backfield that I think we can really get it. And hiring assigned scouts, I think we still have a lot to do on this team. Quarterback, I'm still down for quarterback. Running back, interior offensive line, I'm not against. Offensive tackle is definitely a need for us. Linebackers a need for us. And I'm trying to think what another corner. The only one I might take out here is the running back one, because we have three pretty good ones. And then I'm looking more like, what am I? Defensive tackle? I think I might look for a tier 1 defensive tackle. And, defensive tackle inside, that's fine. Just because we need somebody we have Keon White, yes, but we obviously need more people in there to kind of, see what we get to do. We'll take a look at these prospects. It was the quarterback, Joey Contreras, a top 5 quarterback from Boston College. Okay, we don't know anything about these guys. It is way too early to really know anything about them, so I don't really want to get too deep into that yet. But yeah, we didn't really we filled out and got a generational player in Reggie Roach, but we didn't really fill a lot of needs outside of receiver, so we still have a lot going on there. Obviously, they still have Russell Wilson in this game. Defending the short pass, I'm fine with that. I think we can definitely do that. And then on defense, blitz counter, no, we're going to run. They don't really have a good defensive line. If Randy Gregory is your standout guy, they're just not very good. Reggie Roach being in there is interesting because I don't know if he needs that. And Josh Sitton should not. He's a fullback. He's not. It doesn't matter for him. And we already have Mike Peck in there, and I'm looking. Matt Judon, obviously not. Is it Keon White? I think 25, 74, star dev. I think Keon White, Mike Peck. Reggie Roach, I don't think needs to be a focus player. I think he's good enough without being a focus player. And should I look at Calvin Truman? He was a guy. He's normal dev. He's an undrafted free agent. He was a 69 overall. I think gets upgraded to a 70 overall. So that could definitely be something. Allow 2 or less touchdown passes. We're going to do that. And we're going to go ahead and get to the trading and just see if we have any injuries. Hopefully not. But look here. We'll get our defense first, and hopefully we have no injuries. That's just something that destroyed us last season, as you guys know. We had nobody on the field consistently, but our defense is fully healthy, and hopefully our offense is the same way. And it is. Looks like our offense is going to be fully healthy, and Juju's back this week. So honestly, I'll look here at the injury report, but I think we might be fully healthy going into week 1. We are fully healthy. We'll go ahead and look at the Broncos just because I kind of want to see if they're going to be missing anybody that could be really, really big for us. Javonte Williams isn't playing. That's massive. That is a massive loss for the Denver Broncos, and yeah, I think that's going to be great for us. An upgrade for Mike Peck. He's a physical receiver. And if you look at him, he's still got a while to go before we get his depth trait. We need better catching. We need better speed. I don't know if you guys remember. There was in last, Friday's episode, he was trying to run a crossing route and was super slow getting across the middle of the field. So I'm going to do one a deep threat. He's playing up to a 75, but he's still a 74 overall. We get +2 to awareness, 1 catch in traffic, 1 catching, 1 deep route, 1 release. I think that was solid. 82 catching is still pretty low. We need definitely more for that. And then Demario Douglas is a guy that, again, is going to fill in some different spots. And if you look at him, 92 speed, 93 acceleration, decent catching traffic, and route running and all that kind of stuff is pretty low. I'm going to do slot. He's going to play up to a 72. He's still not going to get a lot of run for us right now, but he's get +1 awareness, +2 catching traffic, and +1 short route. I mean, that gets his catching traffic up to an 84. He's going to be able to step in a few times, take some snaps when people are tired. That's pretty much it. So I think we're just going to jump into week 1 against Denver Broncos. Week 1, Mac Jones versus Russell Wilson. Neither one of these guys are on their team anymore. Mac Jones is in Jacksonville. Russell Wilson's obviously in Pittsburgh. So, I mean, this is just a battle of quarterbacks that, I mean, they kind of suck. I'm not going to lie. But this is it. This is season 2, and kickoff is now underway. Oh, I'm excited, man. We're definitely not returning this one. This is way too far back. But last year, you know what? We won 3 games. It was pretty rough. You guys saw it. It got very, very rough. But, you know, I think I'm hoping we stay healthy this year, which is going to be a big determining factor for us. And then we brought in a few role players. We only get 1 yard there. I kind of missed the whole. We brought in just a few different role players on offense and defense that I think are just going to stand up and do a little bit better job than what we had last season. I don't even fully believe we're going to make the playoffs this season. I think we're still 1 season away from that. But I think from 3 wins, we're going to get up to 6 or 7 and be a little bit more competitive. And that's kind of my goal this season, is to be more competitive. Just really try to avoid getting blown out, because we got blown out quite a few times last season. It was rough. And I'm going for this. I know it's really, really early and probably a bad move. But I feel like we were no reason should have got stopped there. And we got no blocking. But Ramondre gets up through the middle. Ramondre Stevenson gets 10 yards. Okay. I thought we were getting stopped from behind. But you know what? It worked out. He got pushed through somehow. And we get our first third down conversion of the season. I mean, we're going to try to go deep right after that, which probably wasn't the best idea. Our running back got hit right away. And we're back to 2nd and 16. No, that's still not great. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm just more excited for this season. I'm curious to see how Terrence Steele is going to play at right tackle, because we were definitely lacking in the offensive line department last season, as Juju makes a crazy catch, but there's a penalty. Offense, or is that it's either roughing the passer or unnecessary roughness. Unnecessary roughness on Raekwon Milner. I think that's the rookie defensive back. I'm pretty sure it's the rookie defensive back they took this year, and he's costing them big time in week 1. Unnecessary roughness, hitting Juju after he called the ball, and Antonio Gibson getting his first carry of the season, and it gets 3 yards. I mean, we were a pretty good run deep. Our offense last year sucked. I mean, passing, running, we just sucked. And a lot of, like I said, because we were missing Mac Jones for a good part of the season, so we had to deal with Malik Willis. As Mike Gesicki is trucking through people and gets 12 yards, I'm going to need Gesicki to stay healthy this season. He missed 6 or 7 games last season himself. It's just anytime we'd go to make a big play, somebody would get hurt on a play. So here's the hoping. Here's the really, really hoping. We need good running lanes, and we don't have them great. But Javon Kinlaw is hurt, and he's not on our team, so that's kind of good for us. 2nd and 5. I would like to get Mike Peck involved, but he's being guarded by Patrick Surtain, so it's going to be tough to really get him involved on a number 1 corner like that. And unfortunately, this game tends to put the best corner on the right side of the field against the number 2 receiver. So it's going to be tough because, well, I guess technically Peck is the 3rd receiver, but who is it? Juju's in the slot, so Mike Peck's going to be out wide. But we get 7 yards there. And you know what? Ramondre Stevenson was pretty good for us last season. He had his big games. And it's going to be really imperative that he can get through contact, and he didn't there. Because Cole Strange, well, his blocking techniques are pretty strange. But Cole Strange kind of sucks sometimes. He really, really does. So I'm interested in seeing, how he's going to play this year. As nobody's really open right away, I'm just going to throw this away. I know it's 3rd down. We're going to take the field goal. But nobody was open. And on the run like that, Mac Jones cannot for the life of him make that throw. At least I just don't trust it. And this is a new kicker this year. This is Chad Ryland, who I think was on the team last year but didn't kick over Nick Folk. So maybe a new kicker will help us out. His meter is definitely faster, so it's going to be hard to time. And you guys know I missed a few last year. But we're going to go up 3-0. Russell Wilson coming onto the field to open the season. He didn't have great success in Denver, is I think what I'll call it. They definitely struggled. And there's Reggie Roach, our first overall pick. Maybe we see him get a sack this year. Last year, our leading sack guy was, and I can't even get out there, but Russell Wilson misses their throw. Matt Judon led our team in sacks last season with 4.5. 4.5. We couldn't get to anybody. And I think it's a big part of the reason our defense struggled. So I'm hoping to bringing in a guy like Reggie Roach would be able to give us opportunity as we can maybe get to him now. I think that was Reggie Roach who hit Russell Wilson. It was one of them. And, our defense is looking pretty good right now. I'm not sure who Warner is. And I don't know why he keeps making his way on the field. He shouldn't be on the field right now. We're just going to give up the middle of the field where Warner's supposed to be. And, yeah, 3rd and 10, we give up a big play right up the middle. I got to figure out who Warner is. You're not supposed to be on the field. Sub linebacker. Okay. He's not there. Where is he stepping in at? Jelani Tavai, Bentley, Phillips, Mapu. Who is... What? I don't even know who he is then. I have no idea who this guy is. Troy Warner. There's no reason he's on the field right now. Is Kyle Duck, maybe. Because I know this game can be a little stupid and like switch things after you fix it. No, Marcus Jones. I don't know why he's on the field. He's not. He's a 63 overall. So I mean, that's hurting our team big time with him being on the field. Yeah, this is really strange. Real Peppers, we're going to play up to the line, and we're actually going to make the tackle, but there's a flag. No way. Who's it on? Holding on offense. Okay. We're going to accept that penalty. We're going to push him 10 yards back. Quinn Miners gets the holding call. I don't love running man coverage, especially with this team. We do not have great corners. I mean, we have a couple good ones. Nobody great, but we are locking everything up right there. And Reggie Roach gets his first career sack, taking down Russell Wilson for a 5-yard loss. I mean, it was more of a coverage sack. I ain't going to lie. But you know what? I don't care. Reggie Roach has already done more in week 1 than we had anything last season. This guy is going to be generational. I'm so excited for it. They throw it out to Javonte Williams, or that's not even Javonte Williams. I don't know who it is. But he even stepped out of bounds for no reason. E. Macklin. Okay, is this a bad idea? This might definitely be a bad idea, but I'm bringing pressure on 3rd down. We have a free rusher. We hit Russell Wilson as he throws the ball. 4th and 21. They're going to punt it. They ran a screenplay. I don't know why he didn't get the ball out of his hands, but he didn't. Out here for possession 2. We got down to the red zone. We took a field goal. Isn't the ideal starting drive, but it's better than nothing. Tyler Boyd gets this first catch of the season, I believe, and it goes for 8 yards on a little screen play to him. 5 for 6, 46, I think, for Mac Jones. Listen, I made the decision this offseason. Hey, here we go. Josh Sitton is on the field for his first time, I believe. I couldn't miss it early. He's on the field for the first time in his younger career. Our 7th-round pick kind of makes a good block, enough for me to get up through, get the first down. But I'll send it back. Yeah. I made the decision that Mac Jones was going to be our quarterback for one more season because nobody in the draft was really worth taking with one of the top 2 picks. I didn't feel that way. Antonio Gibson gets his way up for 4. But there was nobody worth taking that high as a quarterback. Reggie Roach was by far the best player. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We were up 3-0. So we're playing pretty decently right now on offense and defense. But I just think Mac Jones is like, a 76, 77 overall, star dev. He's 25, so I don't know how much more progression he has. He's going to hit Juju in an out route. Juju catches the ball for 15. I mean, Mac Jones is starting the game really, really well. We're taking easy throws. We're trying to simplify the game for Mac Jones. We have offensive weapons. Let's just make it easy for him. Let's just make it easy for him. We got to continue running the ball well, and we get a good block, but there's going to be a hold. I can almost guarantee it. It's going to be Terrence Steele, our newly acquired right tackle. That's not a great way to get your teammates to like you. Get a solid run and get called back. They're going to only have 3 down, so I'm hoping we can block enough. And I think that was Terrence Steele missed that block. That's a 10-yard run if he doesn't miss that block. That's rough. That's rough back-to-back plays for our new right tackle. But you know what? It's early in the season. I'm not gonna shit on him yet. We still have plenty of time. Juju makes a crazy catch. That was a poor thrown ball, but Juju brings it down. He is our most, well, I guess him and Tyler Boyd are our 2 most experienced receivers. We need him to make big plays. He's got 4 catches for 50 yards already. You know what? He's not going to be a superstar. I can tell you that right away. That is going to be a great throw, and there's a flag. Don't tell me it's another holding. Don't tell me it's another holding. Roughing the dude. The refs on our payroll. We are the Patriots. Zach Allen gets the call. Listen, we're not the Brady Patriots, but hey, you know what? We might still have something cooking with the refs here. We get a good block by number 71, which is Michael Onwenu. We get 8 yards, 7 for 27. Isn't like a crazy start, but you know what? It's definitely decent. And you know, I don't think our goal was to run for 150 yards. And I'm going to be honest, that's going to be really hard to do because we just don't have a speed guy. But I'm not even really worried about the goal. We just need a consistent running game that makes it so everything doesn't fall into our quarterback's shoulders because we don't have a superstar quarterback. And you know what? I think a three-headed monster of Antonio Gibson, Ramondre Stevenson, and Tyler Algier would be great as Antonio Gibson gets into the end zone for his first touchdown as a New England Patriot and the first touchdown of the 2024-2025 NFL season. Having a fantastic first quarter on the road in Denver as I make it, and we're going to be up 10-0. To see this Denver Broncos offense back on the field for the second time this game. They haven't really been on the field much. We've been really just kind of meticulously moving as an offense, which honestly I've been really enjoying as they're going to run the ball, a counter play. We have nobody there, and number 5, I don't even know who number 5 is. I don't know who number 5 is. I'm sorry. I probably should know my guys. Why am I... Is that the Jabril Peppers? I think Jabril Peppers might be number 5. As Adrian Phillips gets kind of stuck up, but we stop him and make it a 3rd and 1. We kind of clotheslined them there. I don't know if you guys saw that. And I think we have to bring pressure here. And they're coming out. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the way they're coming out on 3rd and 1. Then you're rating anyway. I should have just committed to it, but I didn't. We can't get out there, and it looks like Christian Gonzalez makes the tackle. C. Reynolds. Okay, I don't know who that is. I should have just committed with the run, but I got really nervous when I saw our safety being 15 yards away from the guy he was supposed to be guarding. So we have an open field tackle here, and we make the tackle. Great tackle from Adrian Phillips. No, remember, this guy's a safety. He's a safety filling in at linebacker because we just needed pass coverage help. So, I mean, him making a tackle is huge because you know how this game plays. It's going to be 2nd and 9. They're going to throw it out, and I'm going to try to be there with... Oh, we're there. That's going to be overthrown, isn't it? No, it's not. It's going to be dotted, and that's like a 58-yard touchdown to Emmett Macklin. Juwan Bentley couldn't keep up with him. If that would have been Adrian Phillips, we'd probably keep up with him, but we couldn't keep up with them. And barring here this extra point, which I can't get to, it is going to be a 10-7 game. All right, offense back on the field. Take your time. There's no rush. We're up by 3. Take our time. Get down, score another touchdown. We knew the Broncos were going to have a splash play. It's just how Madden works, unfortunately, as Antonio Gibson gets rocked. We've seen him carry it 6 times, and we've seen Tyler Algier on the field absolutely none. So, I got to figure out a way to get him more involved because Tyler Algier is a good running back. He's like an 80 overall. We need to get him some snaps. Mike Gesicki, though, gets the first down. And listen, Mac Jones, 8 for 10, like 100 and something yards. Pretty solid. He's not going to be great. Mac Jones isn't going to be a superstar. That's okay. First down, we're going to throw it to Tyler Boyd here. Catches the ball, thank God. Gets about 11 yards. And only 98. It's only at 98. I think that's Tyler Boyd's second catch. We're going to take this to the 2-minute warning. And you know what? We're going to have a 2-minute drill. We get the ball. The Broncos get the ball out of halftime. So I really don't want to give them the ball before halftime because I can't afford them scoring. I think getting the ball and scoring again, and we lose the lead. So the best thing we can do is score and like kind of pretty much take all the time out of the quarter and just kind of force them to just wait until the second half. As we get a great block down, we're down to 30. Listen, I'm not trying to jinx this. But our offense, for the most, like I said, we stalled out in the red zone the first possession. But other than that, our offense has been just solid, man. It's just been very solid, very good. Juju holds on to that pass. And you know what? Before we get too deep into this, settings, we are on, where's it at here? I'm on all Madden Simulation. I didn't change. Like, this is still the same sliders from last season. I'm playing better. I mean, if you guys saw in the preseason video, I hadn't played in a couple days at that point in time, so I was a little rusty and I had a rough preseason. But this is like, literally the day after. So I'm kind of a little bit more tuned in. I'm reading the field a little bit better. We get the ball to Ramondre Stevenson, and he can't get it. It's 3rd and 1. Tyler Boyd's one-on-one, though. But you know what? I'm trusting Ramondre to get right up the middle of the field, and he's throwing people off. He gets 8 yards. Okay, that was a fantastic play for Ramondre to get the first down there. Tyler Boyd's one-on-one. If I can have some blocking, I maybe throw it to him. I think I'm going to throw this ball to Tyler Boyd. If he can just go up and make a catch, he doesn't even try. Dude, I had aggressive catch on. And he didn't even try to go for it. He kind of just put his hands up, but you were supposed to jump. But whatever. We got Mike Gesicki right up the middle of the field. That's a crazy throw, but Mike Gesicki, big touchdown. 40 seconds, a little bit faster than I wanted to score. The seam was wide open. The pass was a little bit more right than I thought it was going to be. But I butcher this one? No, okay. We're just going to play coverage. I really have I don't really want to send pressure and get beat one-on-one, even though I definitely could get beat just here this way, like in zone coverage. I dove his head late. That's probably a penalty in every single world, but Madden doesn't really care about those late hits like in the field of play like that. They only care when it's after the play. As we do, oh my God, he knocks the ball out. I think that's Jack Jones, 31. Knocks the ball out, makes it 2nd and 10. Oh, they want me to bring pressure. I kind of like the play call. I just talked about how I didn't want to, but I think Jones can get off the edge here and get pressure, and we get a sack. And I think Jawan Bentley gets a sack. I don't care about the timeout. We're not going to score before halftime. I'm more content letting this run to halftime. It looks like it's going to. Everybody step back. Please step back. I don't even think they're going to call the play. They do call the play, and they run it, and they get 9 yards. That's cool. But we're going to go into halftime 17-7. This has been almost a perfect first half for us. The Denver Broncos are taking the field for the first time in the second half. Bringing pressure worked for us last time. Is it going to work the rest of the game? I really couldn't tell you, as we don't really get a rusher there. And that's what I'm afraid of, our defensive backs being left in one-on-one coverage. If Russell Wilson has time, he's going to pick us apart. It's just unfortunately how it's going to go. He's still a good quarterback. So if we bring pressure, we need to get to him. And unfortunately that time we just didn't do it. But now, of course, we're going to play coverage, and they do a little RPO play and get 6 yards. I mean, okay. I think we need to force a turnover here. And I know it's kind of crazy, but they had a couple good plays in a row here. I think we got this Warner guy on the field consistently. I've got to work for next episode of completely getting him off the field because it's not working. I leave off the little dump down for the running back. It is what it is. We have full momentum, and I would hate to see us give that up. So I think I want to start bringing some pressure. We have home team loses some receiver icons before the snap and hides a ball spot indicator. I don't think that fully matters as I get stuck on a defensive back, and we have nobody there in coverage, and Greg Dolce, okay, we do tackle him. I was a little worried there. They're driving. They're doing exactly what we did not want them to do, so I'm going to bring an actual blitz this time, and they're completely spread out. We've got to get somebody to they're doing a screenplay? They're doing a screenplay, and he holds on to it. Wow, I can't even bet. That's a great catch. That is definitely a good catch. They're doing everything right now. Our defense is definitely struggling to really do anything, and we keep getting this Warner guy on our defensive backs, and Christian Gonzalez can't knock that out. You're our number one corner. You've got to be able to knock the ball out of his hands. I understand it's Courtland Sutton. He's a pretty good receiver. But man, all right. Well, Bentley, I'm just going to bank they're going to run the ball on first down here. I don't think they do anything differently. I'm going to try to blow up the hole. They pitch it instead. They pitch it. We can't get out there. Okay, Kevin Harris gets a touchdown. No Javonte Williams, really no problem for them. They haven't run the ball a lot, but they've been pretty decently successful. So it's going to be a 14-17 game. We gotta have a good offensive drive here. Ramondre Stevenson only has 9 carries, 44 yards. 4.8 yards per carry. Pretty decent. I don't understand why this is saying. It was saying Tyler Boyd for some reason. I'm just gonna change the play just to be safe because I don't want Tyler Boyd carrying the ball. Listen, our defense still isn't a great group, so we can't just rely on them to shut out a Denver Broncos team that has some good players. So our offense needs to be on the field, needs to stay on the field as we have the running back over the middle, and Antonio Gibson catches. Antonio Gibson's been great for us today. 1st and 10. We're going to try to hand it to Ramondre. Ramondre's not going to be able to get anywhere because we had no blocking. The play got blown up through the middle of the field, and it didn't work out. And I like how immediately Madden's like, oh, 2nd and 11, throw the ball deep. No, we don't have to throw the ball deep yet. We have 2 plays here. And I'm looking at one of our tight ends. Irv Smith Jr. gets open underneath, holds on to it for 6 yards. Now 3rd and 5 is a little bit more manageable. And Irv Smith, again, one of those guys we picked up in the offseason, just more of a depth piece to replace Hunter Henry. Obviously isn't as good, but I think he's going to fill in just fine. I think we really need to make sure, Mike Gesicki knew he was our tight end 1 is Antonio Gibson. Maybe he gets pulled on by the face mask, but they don't call it. They don't call it. I don't know. It looked like it was a face mask to me. But 1st and 10 here. We're going to try to get Tyler Boyd involved. Him and Juju really just haven't touched the ball much this game. I feel like maybe they have. I just haven't felt like it. We get 10 yards from Tyler Boyd there. 17 for 20, 179, and a touchdown. Yeah, 3 catches for 29 yards. He just really hasn't done anything. But we haven't really needed him. We've been hitting the tight ends a lot. Mike Gesicki has quite a few catches today. And we have, wow, man. That was run blocking, and I don't know if you saw, Cole Strange stood up. He didn't even run forward. He just kind of stood up, and we got stuck on him. I want to give this ball to Antonio Gibson anyway. I understand we just didn't score on the run or just didn't get a first down on the run, but we got it that time. 7 carries for 27 yards and a touchdown. Listen, I don't know. We're really taking a lot of time out of this 3rd quarter, which I love. I just got to hope, it can end with a touchdown here. Now we're going to try to dump it to Juju. I knew that was coming. I knew right away when I let go of the pass, the corner jumped it. Hope we can then force a turnover, because if they score on this possession, we are definitely in a bad spot. And there they are. They're going to dice up Jabril Peppers. Oh, God, this is bad. We cannot let this happen. And I think we need to bring pressure. We've done pretty decently today when we've brought pressure, as I just get stuck on somebody. I don't even know who that was. And then number 31, which is Jack Jones, loses his guy somehow. I don't know if they're going to get the snap off in time. They are going to get the snap off in time right here before the end of the 3rd quarter. I should have stayed. I should have stayed with it. Unfortunately not. We're going to go into the 4th quarter up by 3, but they are in the red zone. We're going to try zone coverage. I haven't played a lot of zone coverage today. And I think there's still there's still a very good chance they throw the ball, or run the ball, but there is a flag. It was after he threw the ball, so I hope it's not roughing the passer. It's roughing the passer. Who is that on? Christian Barmore. 1st and goal on the 3-yard line. I think they run this 1st down. I don't think they pass here. But they're going to pass. They're going to pass. We have nothing open. And, okay, 2nd and goal, good. A pick would have been great there. I'm not going to lie. A pick would have been great. We're now going to go into goal line defense. And now I think they run at least one play here. They at least got to run it one time, and we just got to stop them here. If we can hold them to a field goal, that would be crazy. Adrian Phillips can't make the tackle. He had him in. Oh, I just talked about it earlier. He's a safety, man, and he couldn't step up and make the tackle in the hole. And barring anything nuts here, it looks like they're going to be up 21-17. We need a big play on offense here. This 3rd quarter was rough for us. Mac. It's all right, Mac. You threw a pick. I'm not even that upset with you with it. I don't think it was that bad of a pass. I think the defensive back just made a really good play. And so we're gonna give it to Ramondre. We get a great block from 86. I think that's Mike Gesicki. Or that's 88 is Mike Gesicki. So I don't even know who that was. Baron Browning is hurt. That's a very good linebacker for them. So him being hurt, maybe it doesn't help anything, but I'm hoping it at least helps. There's no way that screenplay is going to work, so we're just going to flip to a full-time run, try to hit the gap. We hit the gap, and we get called by Patrick Surtain. That's fine. 14 carries for 72 yards. It actually has been a good game for Ramondre. He's just been consistent, just consistently getting a good amount of yards every carry. And you know what? With 7 minutes on the clock, we really have no reason to run this ball. We get a great block from 86 again. 86 is Mike Peck, our rookie. He's been stuck on Patrick Surtain all day. Obviously, he's not on the field right now, but it's like I'm not throwing it to a rookie receiver with one of the best corners in the league on him. I don't know. I can't do it. We'll get him involved this season. Don't you worry about it. And now here we are, calling all the same plays again. And there's Paulson. Paulson was a 6th-round pick, I think, at tight end. So I'm hoping we get something out of him as Irv Smith gets open and it just out of reach. I mean, literally just out of reach out of Irv Smith. It's 3rd down. It's 3rd and 5. Obviously, a field goal. We're still behind. We're still behind with the field goal. So I don't really want to settle for a field goal. As Juju gets open on the break, no, he missed. No way. No, you can't miss that. Mac Jones, you cannot miss that throw. They want us to go for it. I fully agree. I fully agree. As the head coach, I fully agree. We got to be quick to get this ball out. We got to be quick to get this ball out. I wasn't. R1 was open. Oh, I blew that. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. There's 5 minutes and 54 seconds left. This game is far, far, far from over. We just got to get the ball back. I mean, we just cannot let them score. If they do score, it can't be anything more than a field goal. They cannot score a touchdown or we are completely screwed. 2nd and 6, that literally makes no sense for me. Mapu's going to get some coverage sacks here, and we're going to get there with Jelani Tavai. Big sack. I ended up playing man coverage because I wasn't sure if the running back was going to leave. Jelani Tavai gets a crazy sack, and now they've got to throw the ball. Marte Mapu out in the field is exactly who we need. Matt Judon in coverage. No. That is not what we need. We just got to keep everything in front of us. It looks like we are, and Matt Judon gets a sack. 4th and 30, we're getting the ball back. Our defense stepped up massive, and we got to him twice that possession. We'll see. We'll see if I can do anything on this punt return, as I have a bit of a gap up the left side of the field. Didn't quite get there, but we're at the 42. Mac Jones, listen, you had a bad miss on 3rd down. You did. And then on 4th down, it was me. I didn't see the guy in time. But you know what? There's no reason to even worry about that, as Antonio Gibson's just going to bebop his way around and get 3 yards when he really should have been none. 4 minutes, 3 timeouts. I want to finish the game with the ball. I don't want to give them the ball back because Madden is going to let them go down and score. I mean, that's almost a 100% guarantee. It's just how Madden works, unfortunately. As Mike Gesicki gets wide open, and we're just going to take our time. It's been a pretty decent game for Mac Jones. Like it's just a solid game. The one pick was, I can't even blame that on him too much. The DB made a great play, and then a couple of it was like he had 1 or 2 missed throws. It is what it is. He's going to have that. I keep trying to bounce back, and it's not working. But, I mean, Antonio Gibson, 10 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown. They want us to throw a deep ball. I don't love this. Antonio Gibson might very well just get open, though. Mike Gesicki's actually going to get wide open across the middle of the field. Get up to the, 20-yard line? I mean, this is a perfect drive. We have one more play until the 2-minute warning here, and we're just moving. We obviously need a touchdown, which is going to be tough. It's always tough to score a touchdown in this game, but we're doing it. I mean, we're moving. Ramondre gets another 8 yards, 16 carries, 85 yards. I can't let myself get into the end zone as much as I would absolutely love to, and that's awful. That is awful for us. Okay. 3rd down and 3. This is 2-down territory. We have 2 plays to get this 1st down, but if we don't, it's game over, and that's what I'm scared about. Gesicki's open. He dropped it. It got knocked out, but you've got to hold on to that. Okay, the game comes down to this play. Juju across the middle could get open. Antonio Gibson and Mike Gesicki as the outs is kind of what I'm looking at more. And I'm going to dump it to... No. Oh, no. Okay. We have 3 timeouts. That's rough not to get that. We have 3 timeouts here. We just got to stop them. They're going to call, and Jack Jones takes the worst angle you've seen in your life, and that's going to get taken 86 yards. Not quite, but they're going to get down in the field goal range. They ran a stretch play. Everybody was inside, and even though we held them really, really well on the ground, that big play is just going to make it look completely awful now. As we get a stop there, 2nd and 11, we use our second timeout. They take the field goal to go up 7 points. We have no timeouts, and we have like 20 seconds left. Right? Is that it? And we can't even make the tackle. That's game. No way. Emmett Macklin. Man, we lost all momentum in the second half. We didn't do a single thing on offense in the second half, and our defense fell apart. This is high-key shades of last season. We have a timeout. We got to get down and score. We need an onside kick. I mean, 2 fourth-down conversion fails. One was on me for missing the receiver, and the other one was it just wasn't there. Really wasn't much we could do. It gets knocked out anyway. It's probably for the better. That wasn't going to go anywhere. Now they're blanketing our receivers, man. They're blanketing our receivers. It's going to be really tough to do anything. It's going to be really tough to do anything. I need something to go to the sideline. It's not really there. Mike Gesicki gets up the middle. We don't have time. We got to move, boys. We've got to move. We got to get the ball down the field. And I'm hoping Ramondre block. I'm hoping Mike Gesicki can get open here. As he does, Mike Gesicki gets open. The pass is missed. He had it. He had the seam. Like, a field goal isn't the end of the world. Is it ideal? No. But a field goal is not the end of the world. As Juju's going to make that break, and he's going to get... Is that not pass interference? Is that not... No. Come on. Show me the next play. This is 100% pass interference. Where's Juju at? He goes up, the ball is thrown, and boom. Pass interference. That's pass interference. That is pass interference, man. You cannot not call that. Wow. They have momentum. Everything is going their way now. It just... Nobody's open. Nobody got open. I don't even know what to do. I legitimately am I'm blown away that we blew this game. I thought for a good most of the game we were, and I can't even get the throw off because I couldn't. Nobody got open in time. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. We were up 17-7 going into halftime, and then it was 21 unanswered for the Broncos in the second half. That's rough. That definitely leaves a sour taste in my mouth for game 1 of the season. And really, I'm mad at our defense. I'm upset with our defense. Russell Wilson was even... he was pretty good. But, 20 for 31, 224, a touchdown and a pick. A couple of those were, at the end of the game. For the most part, Mac Jones was pretty good today. He missed a couple of throws, but he was pretty good. 17 for 84, and then 10 for 50. Our rushing game was good. Receiving, Gesicki had 7 for 95 and a touchdown. Juju, 5 for 57. Tyler Boyd didn't really get involved much. Antonio Gibson had a good game in general. And Ramondre, we did not get Mike Peck involved at all, which I'm a little upset about. Sacks, Matt Judon, Jelani Tavai, Juwan Bentley, and Reggie Roach, our rookie, got sacked. We got 4 sacks today. No turnovers. Just very, very unfortunate. Michael Onwenu has an upgrade. Probably going to look at Agile just because we do run stretch plays kind of often, and we need him to be better at that. He stays an 85 overall, gets +2 to pass block finesse, 1 to run block, 1 to run block finesse. Cool. Decent upgrades. Doesn't really mean too much. I'm guessing we're going to have, Camp stand out. Marte didn't do anything. He wasn't on the field a lot. Yeah, he didn't get it done when it mattered. I think it was more scheme. He just wasn't on the field enough. Maybe I look to replace Juwan Bentley with him, but we need the tackling. And Mapu and Adrian Phillips don't provide the tackling. They just provide the coverage. So it's tough. We don't have that true linebacker right now. And maybe we find it in the draft. I don't really know. We're going to go to week 2 here. We're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. But as you know, that is going to be in next week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please go down, check out our podcast, Time Out with J&G. Me and Levi do that every Wednesday, every Saturday. And we talk about college sports, professional sports. Obviously, it's the NBA playoffs now. The draft is in a week for the NFL, so that's big. We got a lot of stuff going on there. Go to W Energy Drink and use code CLOUD2K, that is CLOUD, number 2K, at checkout for 10% off your order. And I just hope I'll see you in the next one. Peace.